Space Engineers has recently posted 2 videos on their social media. One of them shows the teaser for a new block which will likely be added to the game in the next update, and the second is very cryptic and many people have speculated about what it could be hinting towards. So let's take a look at both and see what all the fuss is about. So the first post, it says, need to create, like never before, Rube Goldberg machine, soon. And then there's this video below. I'll leave the video playing in the background whilst I explain to you what the Rube Goldberg machine is. According to Google, a Rube Goldberg machine is a chain reaction type machine or contraption intentionally designed to perform a simple task in an indirect and overly complicated way. I think we can ignore the overcomplicated part, as this is likely a way to simplify the game. So for a very long time, players have wanted a way to have an if this then that block in Space Engineers. So for example, if hydrogen is low, turn off hydrogen engine. If batteries are full, turn off reactor. And it looks like from this video that's what this is. This new block, which you can see several times in the video, detects when something has happened, and then it performs an action after that thing is detected. At the beginning of the video, it appears to detect the door opening, which then moves a piston. When the piston reaches a certain position, it activates a grinder, which grinds down the gyroscope here. And then at a certain point, the block detects how far the gyroscope has been ground down, which then prompts the connector to drop stone. But interestingly, the next block does not activate until 3 drops of stone have landed in the collector, which likely means that amongst the things this new block can detect is the inventory level of blocks. So basically, think of this new state machine block as an upgraded form of the sensor, whereas the sensor only detects things around it. The new state machine block can detect the state of blocks on your grid, like the many examples shown in this video. Like I said, this is probably going to simplify a lot of the game, as this will allow you to perform lots of tasks that were previously exclusive to the programmable block, which for people that don't like using scripts or console users, it will be very handy. Now, I'm very excited for this block, as the ability to just perform tasks based on a certain state is going to be very useful for the game. I can imagine lots of you will have uses for it as well, so let me know with a comment below what you'll be using this new block for. So let's take a look at the second post. It says, vacation retreat, endless possibilities, need to create, and then below there's a video. Now we'll go over this video in a minute as it's very spicy, but what exactly is this post? Normally if it's mod related, they have a link to the mod and the name of the mod, but this doesn't have that. In fact, this doesn't have a lot of anything. This post is very cryptic, which has led many people to believe that it is also a teaser for the next update. But what exactly is it teasing? The video begins with 2 shots, one showing a planet from space, which has an island on it, surrounded by, we'll say ocean in quote marks, and the second shot shows the island again on the planet. Now, whilst we're going to go into further detail about it in a minute, it's very interesting to note that there is a quote unquote ocean around this island. Shot 2 and 3 of this video show more of the terrain, so the first one shows a cove, and the next shot after that shows a flat area in the middle of some mountains, which appears to be at the centre of the island from the first shot we saw. However, whilst this is all interesting, it's the next shot that everyone is losing their mind about. So, we have this shot here. We can see on the left, we've got some new trees. I believe these are retextured trees from the alien planet. They look very similar. However, on the alien planet, they're red, and here they are green. However, the main part that people are getting excited about is the bit on the right, which a lot of people are thinking is water. Now, why would they think this? For starters, this doesn't look like the quote-unquote water we have in the game, which is obviously just ice. And whilst ice does reflect things in the base game, like all things in the game do, it doesn't reflect to this degree. A couple of people have suggested that this is the water mod used on the planet, and I can tell you from experience the water mod does not look like this. It is nowhere near as reflective, it's nowhere near as clear. This is definitely something different. Now, I'm going to say now, I don't think this is water. Obviously, I don't know that. But if I had to take a guess, I'd have to say this is ice with a new texture. As whilst in this shot, it does look very watery. On all the other shots in this video, it just does look like ice. Although I will say on the first shot that we see, it also does reflect on the ice there. So maybe there is more to this than meets the eye. I will say to back up what I'm saying about it being ice, the Space Engineers Twitter account only liked 1 tweet in the response to that tweet yesterday, and it's a tweet where someone said, looks like ice to me, which would indicate that they're agreeing with that person, in my head anyway. But as always, we'll have to wait and see. Now, there are 2 more shots in this video. The next one shows the planet with another planet in the distance, and it's a very close planet, let's put it that way. Maybe Keen has taken my advice of moving the planets closer together. Wink. And in the final shot, we get a zoom out of the planet and we can see that there are other continents on it. There's one on the left and there's one on the right. So I guess the question is, what is this? So, as before, what exactly is this teasing? Now, a lot of people in the comments of that post and on my YouTube channel and on my Discord all think it's water. And as I said previously, I don't think this is the case. We know that Keen is working on their own volumetric water solution, but they only showed that off 8 months ago, and it was very early in development at that time, and to think they'd have finished it in 8 months whilst also working on grid AI and whatever other features they're adding in this update seems very unlikely to me. After water, a lot of people are suggesting this is a new planet or a new version of the Earth-like planet. However, most people's main argument against this is that you can see a planet in the background of the second to last shot, and many people suspect that's the Earth-like planet, and it definitely just looks similar. So most people are leaning towards a new planet. And a lot of people have also been saying that it looks like a new terrain generation system. Now, in case you're not aware, terrain isn't actually generated in Space Engineers. All of the planets are custom made and are exactly the same every time they spawn in. So if you spawn in Mars, each Mars will have the same volcanoes on its surface. And if you spawn in Pertam, they have exactly the same ravines all the way through the surface. Even if you make them smaller, they still have these same features at a smaller size. For example, on Mini-Mars, here's the same volcano on the full-size Mars. So unless they've added a brand new way to generate terrain, I feel like this is unlikely. Although something that people are bringing attention to is the endless possibilities in the tweet. So maybe this is a new terrain generator. Maybe that's the new endless possibilities part, that you can create custom planets within Space Engineers. Maybe considering this new planet and the Earth-like planet are so close together, maybe it's a custom solar system generator. Maybe you can place the planets exactly where you want. Maybe they're adding volumetric waters to the game after only working on it for 8 months. Oh god, the speculation is getting out of hand! Abort! Abort! Yeah, so it's a mod. Well, it's technically 2 mods. I was always skeptical of this post, they just seemed a bit weird. But the thing that really tipped me off is when Space Engineers posted the video about the state machine block. They posted that in the SE News channel on the Keen Software House Discord, but they didn't do it for the planet post. And eventually, thanks to some very helpful people in my YouTube comments, I actually found the mods they used. So the first mod is Paradise, which is the planet you see in the video. So here's the island for the first shot of the quote-unquote teaser, and here's the island from space in the last shot. Here's a replication of the second shot with the island from the side. I believe this is the cove in the third shot. And here's our plat plane from the fourth. Oh look, it's our trees and our quote-unquote water. I believe the second mod used is a mod called Better Looking Planets, which removes the cloud from the atmosphere of planets, which makes it easier to view them from space, and additionally retextures ice to make it look a bit more watery. Now I'm not sure if this is the exact mod, there are a couple of ice retextures on the workshop, but it looks close enough. So, I think we've all learned a valuable lesson, and that is sometimes speculation gets out of hand. Even I was caught up in all the excitement. I thought that this might be a new planet for a while, but there was always something in the back of my mind telling me that something was wrong. And luckily I realised before it was too late. But I definitely did not think this was water though. It's way too soon for that. Maybe one day though. Why the social media post was so vague and cryptic is beyond me. And I'm surprised they didn't clarify it after all that speculation, because there was a lot of it. But hey, they did like that ice tweet, so who knows. So, were you tricked by this social media post? Did you think water was going to be added to the game? Let me know with a comment below. And as always, like and subscribe to keep up to date with Space Engineers' future. Oh man, it's a real good job I didn't post that video where I speculated for like 10 minutes about how this new planet was getting added to the game and how water wasn't being added. Oh god, it's really lucky I didn't set that to go live.